Hi, I'm Andy Ellis. I'm the host of this show and a potential Green Party candidate for governor of Maryland in 2026. I'm using this show to highlight interesting people and ideas that help me and you to understand what is happening and what is possible. You can learn more about the campaign by going to gogreen2026.com. Guests on this show do not necessarily support my campaign or the Green Party. They've agreed to come on to discuss ideas and issues. And of course, click the subscribe button on YouTube so you can keep up to date with this podcast.
During the last election, you were chair of a working group that was opposing an effort to decrease the size of the Baltimore City Council. Tell us about that. You were successful in your efforts, but tell us about why you did that and why you were so adamant about it.
Yeah, so I served on the Baltimore City Charter Commission last year. I was nominated by my city council person and appointed by Mayor Brendan Scott to be on the once a decade Baltimore City Charter Commission. And we looked at a lot of issues that were facing the city, and one of those issues was a petition-based charter amendment sponsored by David Smith of Sinclair Media. David Smith is a sort of right-wing media mogul who owns the Baltimore Sun and owns TV stations all across the country. And he's been using charter amendments, which are the sort of citizen referendum form in Maryland, in order to restructure city government in the way that he would like to see it done. This particular charter amendment would have slashed the size of the city council from 14 district members to 8 district members, and would have increased the size of each of our city council districts by about 30,000 people. Baltimore is a city that really needs its city council folks. They help fill in the gaps when the executive agencies are not necessarily following up on things and are not being good stewards of the public good. And they also help us help our representatives in government in a way that allow each of our diverse communities to have representation. So we knew this was a problem. We knew it was bad that he was coming for it. And we knew that it was a daunting challenge in order to be able to take it on, because only one charter amendment has failed in Baltimore City in the last 25 years, and the other 49 have passed. So it's sort of taken as a political conventional wisdom that all of these things pass, but we knew we needed to beat this one. So starting in February of last year, we started reaching out to elected officials. We started reaching out to people in advocacy organizations and labor organizations and things like that, and raising the alarm about it. And as the year went on, those labor organizations formed their own coalition to address the issue. The Democrats and their political machine got behind the issue. The media got behind it. And at the end of the day, we won. We beat it. We put together a successful coalition that defended democracy from right-wing attack. And we did it by making sure that we let everybody know that it's okay to imagine beating one of these things. And now we need to put the work in and get it done. So, at the end of the day, it preserves the status quo. It preserves Baltimore City as it is. But it's defense from outside attack, and it's the power of coalitions, the power of imagining something different, and the power of showing up and getting the work done in order to convince voters that we don't need to shrink our city council because one of Trump's propagandists thinks we should. In fact, we should defend our democracy and make it stronger by building new coalitions.